Knowing everything in your house has a place, a home of its own, is so refreshing. You know exactly where everything goes, where it belongs, and also where you can find things when you're looking for them, so your day goes a lot smoother and more efficiently. I am a true believer that the state of our home will also reflect in the state of our mental status. So if you have a clean, organized home, you can breathe a little easier and think a little clearer of all the things that you need to take care of in the day, or just have a little bit of room to breathe. Decluttering can be very overwhelming and a difficult thing to do, especially if you haven't gotten started. So I suggest getting started in an easy place. Maybe that's a junk drawer, a closet, maybe just go room by room and organize and declutter. This isn't something that has to happen all in one day. You can take several months to do this, but I know in the long run, once you look back and have all these things that were taking up space in your life reorganized, donate what you're no longer using, and what you do use on a regular basis, you'll have an easier way to access and keep clean in the long run, because you set up systems to help yourself on a regular basis. Keeping things organized and clean will help you in your day-to-day life. Once you get started in those smaller areas, before you know it, your whole house will be decluttered and organized. So today I am going to work on my linen closet. In our family, having it organized just allows us to know what we have in there, what we may need to restock, and be able to do like our morning routines and evening routines in a much more efficient manner. My linen closet isn't too bad, but I know for sure there's things in there that I can definitely declutter, so I'm going to take care of that today. So think of some place in your house that you need to get decluttered that will just help you lift a weight off of your shoulders, and do that along with me, or after you watch this video, get to decluttering your house. I'm going to show you the current state of my linen closet right now. Alright, so here's my linen closet. At the top right now, I have beach towels. Those just kind of need to be refolded and organized. There's a whole bunch of things in these totes that I'm sure I can declutter. As well as this shelf. There's things in these drawers I can declutter. These are all my like seasonal hand towels. I want to get through there and reorganize and probably put them in these seasonal totes. As you can see, the fall ones are here in the front. We could probably put those away till next fall. Here's our regular towels. There's hand towels and things down there, and I'm not even sure what's in this big basket. Some random towels and looks like rugs. So we have a little bit of things that we can go through, reorganize, and declutter. So let's get started. I'm first just going to take down all of the beach towels from the top. They just need to be refolded and put back in a more organized way so they just look better. We don't use these all that regular. We only use them in the summer. Over the summer, we are at a pool pretty much every weekend. We love the beach, so they do get used all summer long, but the rest of the year, they just live here in the closet. We live in Massachusetts if this is your first time here, so our winters are snowy and cold, and we aren't like part of any club or anywhere that has a pool. Maybe we will be part of some kind of organization when my son gets older. I have a 2-year-old son. His name is Luca. So maybe as he gets older, that will change and we'll need beach towels, pool towels more often throughout the year. If this is your first time here, please introduce yourself down in the comments. I love reading comments from everyone and getting to know who is watching my videos. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you being here. To organize my linen closet, I'm just going to go shelf by shelf, working my way from the top to the bottom. I know sometimes it's easier to just take everything out, look at everything all in one viewpoint, and then get everything back in the closet. But for me, I like to do it shelf by shelf. I find it to be kind of overwhelming if you have everything out and then you need to take everything and put it all back in. That may work for you, and that is totally fine. Do whatever organization system you need to get your spaces organized and decluttered. But for me, I find it the most efficient way to go shelf by shelf. I have these wired shelves, so they don't really need to be wiped down. You may need to go and take everything out if you have like wooden shelves and they get super dusty. That might be a better way to go about organizing, but this is the best way for me. So in this second shelf, there's this clear bin and this basket that holds a whole bunch of random stuff. I'm just going through and seeing what we use, what we don't use, what's actually in here, what I can declutter. There's some things that were kind of old and never used up completely that just needed to be tossed. So I'm just taking my time and going through each item in these bins. This basket's kind of hard to get in and out of. It's very bulky. I do like it a lot, and I used to have a coffee table in my living room that I had these baskets on the bottom shelf. It was so cute and I loved it so much. But once we had our son, we ended up purchasing a new couch, and we also got the rug that is in our living room. For us to have a rug, our living room has hardwood floor. We never had one before, and just seemed that it would work better with having a child who plays on the floor to have a rug. And it's worked out really well, but putting the coffee table on the rug didn't seem to work well for us, so we ended up putting the coffee table in our basement for now. We're gonna hold on to it to see if we do want it later on in life, but for now, having the open space that my son can play on the rug works out really well. So I didn't want to get rid of these baskets, so I just rehomed them and used them in different places. This is the biggest basket. They came in a set of 3. This big basket, and then there's 2 smaller ones that look exactly alike. I got them probably 10 years ago from Target, and they worked out so well. They look so nice. So I wanted to keep them and just use them in other places for now. So this big one I've just put here in the linen closet to hold some of the items that we have in this closet. Eventually, I would like to change it out for a clear bin so then I can see more easily what is all in this bin. On the third shelf, I have these bins that have drawers. They work out so well for holding all those little things that you need to access pretty much on a daily basis. It was so hard to film in this. It's just a very tight area, so I can't get the tripod in a good place other than here, but I will walk you through drawer by drawer. Alright, so these totes come in super handy. I believe I just got them at Walmart or Target. We've had them for years and they are great for holding all kinds of little things. So in this first one, I have Q-tips. This is a whole bunch of first aids things. This is just little packets of tissues, some more. I put the wraps in here. Extra toothpaste, floss and toothpaste. This is where I keep the little trash bags, and extra soaps, travel soaps, and toothbrushes. It's really nice to have everything organized like this, nice and handy, and you can see it all. Now I'm going to go through and reorganize this basket. This basket holds all of my seasonal towels. I do have, I think there was only one Christmas towel and the fall towels are still in here. So I'm going to remove them and put them in the seasonal totes that I have for all my decorations. That just works out so much better. So then when I'm decorating for the fall season or Christmas season, I have all those hand towels just readily available for me. I know that they're clean and ready to go for the next season. I'm going to keep the spring and summer ones up here because those are the seasons that are coming up, and I'm going to be using them regularly. Probably within the next month I'll decorate for spring, so I'll just keep them here in this basket. They look nice. I was able to keep it nice and organized and neat, and it will be easy for me to put away clean laundry. I love organizing with different baskets and bins. I know it's super popular right now to have everything in a clear bin so it's easy to see, but using baskets is really nice too. It's super appealing when you open a closet and see these beautiful baskets sitting there, especially like holding towels. You don't really need those in a clear bin to be seen to pull things out. You might want like different soaps or things like that in clear bins so then you can see them, but don't feel too much pressure. I know on social media it's all about aesthetic and making everything look the best, but it can be rather expensive to go out and purchase all of these clear bins. It can add up really quickly if you do that. Try to go out and get all new clear bins. So look around your house and see what you already have that you can use for storage. I'm sure you do have some things, whether they're baskets or different kinds of bins throughout your house that you've utilized in the past that you can now utilize in different areas. If you have not seen yet, I did also film me reorganizing my pantry, so go check that video out after you finish this one. In my pantry, I've used all sorts of different bins to hold different things. One example is we've used old protein containers. It was like protein powder. They came in these really nice plastic containers that have these lids that click really smoothly, and we just peeled off the label and then reused those containers. We actually hold our dog treats in them. So get creative. Don't feel like you have to go out and purchase all new kinds of bins. Now I'm just refolding the towels, making them look a little bit neater. These towels on the ends are kind of like our old grungy towels because sometimes you need that for different projects or for the dog when we give her a bath. Sometimes it's just easier to use these rather than using our nicer towels. Funny story about the towels that have kind of stained on them. My husband, when we were first married, did the laundry and bleached those towels. They were in the laundry with something red, so they got these pink stains on them. It was really frustrating and he had no idea that was going to happen. But ever since then, I've taken over doing the laundry, which I have to say, laundry is probably my favorite household task. I really do just enjoy it and find it to be so relaxing. I love folding laundry, especially the towels. I think that contributes to my childhood. That was one of the chores that I always had to do for my mom, was fold the laundry. So now it's something that I just don't mind doing at all. My husband doesn't really like doing the laundry anyways, so it works out perfectly fine. It was extremely dusty on the floor. I don't remember the last time I actually got in here and vacuumed. It was definitely needed. As you can see, some dust particles flying through the air here. So I'm gonna give a really good vacuum and also mop in here. I stepped back and looked at my linen closet as a whole and decided I should probably move these totes and the towels in their spots. So I'm going to move the towels up to the second row and then put the bins on the fourth row, so then I can more easily see inside those bins, especially the basket that I'm using, that big bulky basket. I couldn't see at all. I'm only 5'3", I'm not a very tall person at all. So to have it on the fourth shelf is just going to be a lot more manageable. I'll be able to see exactly what's inside and use up what we have, and then more easily be able to purchase whatever we do need to. Here is an overview of the finished, organized linen closet. All right, so I'm gonna go through in detail a little bit for you so you can see how I organized it. So here on the bottom, I just have this basket and this tote. In this tote is all of our hand towels. It's just the easiest way for us to keep them. They're easy to grab, easy to access, easy to put away, low stress, and there's so much space down here. So I guess eventually I could get like those rolling carts and fit them down here to organize things, especially these things like in these bins. I could change to organizing in those carts and then put these in like this basket. I would like to do that eventually, but can't get everything all at once, so we will get there eventually. In this big basket, there are extra rugs. These are rugs that I put like in my kitchen and by the doors. They are just like a darker color than the ones I have downstairs, so if I want to, I can switch them out. I have a few rolls of toilet paper. Sometimes I keep them here, sometimes I keep them in that bin, but I always like to keep extras just in case. And then these two bins were up here where the towels are now. I decided to move them down. They're easier to look down into, especially since this one isn't clear, but they still look nice, neat, and organized and hold all the things that we need. So in this bin is kind of like medical type stuff, and a few extra things. There's toothpaste, deodorant, suntan lotion, aloe, nail polish remover, hydrogen peroxide, that kind of stuff. In this one, there's extra floss and some soaps. Here are my seasonal hand towels. I have spring and summer in here right now. I took out all the winter and fall and will put them in my seasonal bins with all the rest of the seasonal decorations. Here are the bins I went through in detail earlier. I just have a thing of cotton balls here. And also, this is like a nail kit. I'm just gonna keep it all here in this kit so I know where everything is. I moved our towels up here, and at the top are all of our beach towels, and this is a beach blanket. So we don't keep too much stuff in here, but it's nice, neat, and organized. I know where everything is. I'll know when I need to replace something or what we have to use up. I wanted to share with you this super easy recipe idea. This is something that we make for dinner, sometimes once a month, maybe every other month. I was making it for dinner more often when my son was younger. It was such a great option for him. It is sweet potato pancakes. This is a really easy way to add some vegetables into an easy pancake and be able to provide it for your toddler. I know for me, it is not always the easiest thing to get vegetables into my toddler to get him to actually eat them. He doesn't eat anything that's green, so that's pretty much out of the question. So to get him to consume his green vegetables, especially like spinach, or if I want him to have kale, I'll put that in a smoothie. So another hack, another easy way to incorporate vegetables into something they will actually eat are these sweet potato pancakes. They are so easy to make. I make the sweet potato. I just cut up a sweet potato, peeled it, boiled it, and smashed it like you would regular mashed potatoes. I did this a little bit ahead of time. And you can also do this like on your meal prep type of day, like a Sunday reset, and put it in a storage container and then use the sweet potato whenever you're ready to make the pancakes. When you're ready to make the pancakes, you just add a scoop of the sweet potato into the pancake batter. This batter I did make from scratch. It's pretty easy, just flour, sugar, baking soda, an egg, milk. You could just Google a recipe, that's what I end up doing, or just use whatever pancakes you like. If there's a box pancake that you would prefer to use, that's totally fine as well. Just add a scoop of the sweet potato into it. I also like to smash up a banana and add it in here as well. It just makes it a little bit more sweet, and my son really enjoys that. We love having breakfast for dinner. There's so many different options that you can do, and breakfast is my favorite meal of the day, so I could eat breakfast foods all day long. I have done that on many days throughout my life, have had a breakfast item for every single meal of the day. So especially on Mondays, I like to have like a meatless Monday option. This is a really great one. If you do prefer meat, you could put sausage and bacon with this as like a side, but we usually just do the pancakes, some fruit, some yogurt for additional protein, that kind of thing, and it works out really, really well. This batter that I make always makes 12 pancakes. I use 1/4 cup to measure them out so they're all the same size. And then we can have some for dinner, and there's always leftovers, so you can either throw them in the freezer and use them throughout the week, or if you know you're going to use them pretty quickly, just stick them in the refrigerator, and then when you want to go heat them up, I just throw them in the toaster and they heat up perfectly, and you can just have them as a nice, quick, easy breakfast. I can give them to my son as a breakfast option and know that he's starting his day off with a vegetable. Sweet potatoes are packed with so many great nutrients and have so many great health benefits. So give this recipe a try with your toddler, and I'm sure it'll make your little mama heart happy to know they are starting off or ending their day with a really great vegetable. You can also do so many different variations of these pancakes. Just use this as the base. You could add blueberries into this, chocolate chips if you want to. In the second batch, I am going to add a little bit of cinnamon on top. There are so many different things that you can do to jazz these up or make them different. So there's different kinds of flavors as well. here is a glimpse at my son's plate. We are missing the yogurt. My husband was coming home from the grocery store at this moment, so we add the yogurt after. But thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you being here. I hope you got lots of motivation, inspiration, tips, and tricks along the way, and can't wait to see you back here at my next video on Tuesday.